Hello everyone, wherever you are, glad you're here. I'm Not-A-Critic. Today we will be closing up the HBO TV miniseries of Chernobyl. Let's go. The final installment of Chernobyl came out Monday, June 3rd, 2019. 5 weeks since the pilot aired back on May 6, 33 years since the actual incident in the USSR. There was a lot of suspense on how the series would end. It picked up a great reputation and was very interesting. I enjoyed how the breakdown actually went down. It became apparent that it would be split up, bouncing between the trial of Anatoly, Bryukhanov, and Fomin, a flashback of events that happened leading up to the explosion of the plant, and finally the thoughts and emotions of Valery after Vienna. Episode 4 ended with Valery, Boris, and Ulana discussing what should be said at the conference in Vienna. So episode 5 picks up a short time after the conference. The interaction between Valery and the head of the KGB lets us know that he kept hush to the world to what happened. A very tense situation, considering that if there was any bad reference to the state, would most likely result in the deaths, including all of the loved ones as well. Ulana pleads one last time, saying that there is still an opportunity to speak out. The series of flashbacks created a wonderful representation of stress and pressure. Dyatlov portrays himself as a more stubborn, inconsiderate individual, ignoring the warnings of his team and the computers, keeping other key members around the plant unaware of the test, going against every red flag that popped up. The trial continues. Both Boris and Ulana present their findings to the judge, explaining the damage and hazards of the incident. After a recess, we get a very heart-to-heart conversation between Boris and Valery, touching on what they both had just went through, the countless lives they saved from dedication and grit. The court session begins to wind down and the moment of truth comes. Valery reveals the true gravity of the RBMK reactors, explaining how he lied at Vienna. Chaos begins to break out in the court. Shortly thereafter, Valery gets arrested by the KGB. He is told that he can no longer have contact with Boris or Ulana, or even speak about the incident altogether. Towards the end of the episode, the mood changes. The external dangers of Valery's actions are over, but now the scene tightens up with the battle within. His hair begins to fall out in clumps. Worry can be seen in his eyes. Everything circles back to episode 1, connecting back to the apartment where the suicide occurred. This is Not-A-Critic signing off with the HBO miniseries Chernobyl. Mad love.